Good evening, Team Genesis associates and guests. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Janet Larson Meyer, and I'm an Executive Vice President with CTFO. Over the past 10 months, we featured many Team Genesis associates on these Wednesday night webinars. Each one has generously shared their best practices, marketing and building strategies, and the tools they've used to create their success. Tonight's guests exemplify another key ingredient for success: perseverance under changing business conditions. In a few minutes, you'll be introduced to two dynamic Canadian builders who are demonstrating the great attitude, disciplines, and the work ethic that's necessary to succeed as a small business owner in a competitive environment. These leaders will talk openly about their extraordinary run-up in CTFO just prior to the recent issues with the Canadian government that have held up most of the shipments of CBD products into their country. As you can imagine, that significant takeaway required these leaders to adjust their mindsets and their business models to make the most of what's available today and plan for success as big as they dare to dream when CBD products once again became available in Canada. Successful entrepreneurs like these understand how to adapt to unexpected problems and changing market conditions, which is usually a requirement for success as a business owner. They've seen what's possible at CTFO, and they're working through the temporary setbacks because they know the best is yet to come. There's an opportunity here for everyone to change their future outcome. But the big win happens to those who are willing to do what it takes to experience their own health and financial turnaround and then help others do the same. In fact, that's our business model in a nutshell. So let's move on, and I'll tell you a little about both of our special guests tonight. One of our guests is Barb Troutman from Alberta, Canada. Barb is a committed wife, mother, grandmother, and an executive vice president. Inarguably, Barb has one of the most compelling stories in our company. Anyone who knows her will tell you she's an overcomer and a champion in the truest sense of the word. Barb was a successful entrepreneur and business owner her entire career prior to finding CTFO. In just a few minutes, she'll tell you why she says this company and our CBD products saved her. Stay tuned to hear her inspirational story filled with great learning tips on how she's been able to achieve so much in such a short period of time. We're also going to hear from Silka Kozachuk. Silka was born in Germany and moved to Canada when she was 38 years old. Silka's also a wife, mother, and grandmother. She currently works for the government of Alberta, and she works her CBD business around the demands of her full-time job. After you've heard from Barb and Silka, I'll present a brief business overview that addresses the key questions most people have when they're considering the money-making business opportunity we offer. So stay with us until the very end, because you won't want to miss that or the final announcements I'll be making. So now it's my pleasure to introduce my friends and my business partners, Barb Troutman and Silka Kozachuk. Ladies, welcome to this webinar.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Janet. It's great to be here again tonight.
Silka, thank you so much for joining in the party.
It's my pleasure.
Thanks, ladies, for being with us. Barb, let's kick off with you. And as I said earlier, your story of overcoming personal challenges is nearly unmatched in this company or anywhere really for that matter. So tell us what life was like for you before CTFO and your reasons for enrolling in this program, if you would.
Sure, I will. Before I got into CTFO, I was actually very busy businesswoman, for sure. I own a few properties, so I was very busy with my properties all the time. We also owned a welding company, so I was busy with doing that. And so I always was really quite busy in my life until I lost my son, and then I lost myself. So, but when I seen this ad on Facebook about the CBD and went on it, I knew it was an MLM, so I got a hold of Tanya and just kind of talked to her a bit about it and asked her, you know, what are the requirements and stuff for this, and what are the first ranks, because I was in another MLM before this, and so I knew that you had to hit ranks and get up there as quick as you can, kind of a thing. So I asked her, you know, what are the first requirements and ranks on doing this? And she said, well, the first thing you want to do is become an executive manager. And I said, okay, and what do I need for that? She said, you have to sign 4 people up. So instantly I signed up my 4 family members, my husband and all 3 of my children under me, and became an executive manager. And then I asked her, what do I do now after that? And she said, you got to join all the buy and sell groups and advertise on there. So I had no instruction or knew what to advertise or what to do, never had no pictures, never had nothing. So I joined all these buy and sell groups and just kind of made up my own little spiels and went on there and literally had to find and come up with a system myself really quick, because when I hit those buy and sells, it blew up. I was getting 150 messages a day from people that wanted CBD oil.
Wow. Barb, when you not only you experienced the loss of your son, which is something that every parent on this webinar would dread and can't even get our mind around, but you had other family losses as well. I think a nephew and your parents and your son within a few years period of time, right?
1 year after another. It was brutal. It was so brutal.
And then you had talked one time on one of our calls about how you were so devastated, you became somewhat of a recluse, and that when you were scrolling through Facebook and you chose to be a part of this program, do I remember the story right when you said you didn't really want to go connect? I get teary-eyed when I say this. You didn't want to connect with people you knew and who knew your story. You wanted to connect with the outside world and heal through them and then help others heal as well. Is that kind of right?
Absolutely. It's really quite interesting because I've never been through a death with a child, but I still am like that today. I'm very secluded in my home. I bet you if I've been out of my house 5 times in the last 6 months, it was literally to get to the grocery store or starve to death. I couldn't care less if I ever left the house. So this business absolutely saves my life and connects me to the world, or I really don't know where I would be even today. I still am not sure enough today to believe that I'm healed of anything.
Yeah. And you know, all of us have a heart for you. And that one of the beautiful things that network marketing brings to people is real relationships. And Silka and you and I talked about this, how blessed we are to be in relationship with each other. And we just get better at being friends and being business partners. Silka, how about you? How did you hear about CTFO and why did you say yes to this opportunity?
I actually came across CTFO just like everyone else almost that I know and have met, and it was on Facebook. But I suffered from severe nerve damage in my upper back due to rotator cuff and acromioplasty surgery on both of my shoulders. So I was in severe pain every day, and the doctors prescribed pharmaceutical medication, and I chose not to take that medication. And one day when I was going onto Facebook and looking at my timeline, there was an ad in regards to CBD, and it was from a lady that had joined CTFO. So at one time, I actually had heard about CBD and that it was helping with pain management. So I instantly clicked on the ad and sent a message immediately. And it was actually Mallory Varley, who was the lady that had put the ad on Facebook, and she messaged me right back. And I asked her for her website. I clicked on it immediately, took a quick look at the website, and within 5 minutes, I had actually joined CTFO and bought my first bottle of 1,500 milligram CBD oil and couldn't wait for it to arrive at home. Not at that moment, I never even thought for 1 minute what I had joined, Janet, to be honest with you. I did not know CTFO was an MLM company or that I was actually going into business for myself. I had no intentions.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting. You wanted the relief and the transformation from the CBD oil.
Exactly.
That's what you were looking for.
Yes. So I never even thought about that I was going to be in business with CTFO or by myself selling CBD oil. That never crossed my mind. Like I said, it took all about 5 minutes of joining, buying, and here I am today.
Yeah,
So,
you don't have to think very long and hard about it. There's not many barriers to entry when something's free and offered at wholesale, shipped to your home. Barb,
and so within,
go ahead.
So within 10 days when the oil arrived, I tried it right away, of course. And within a few days, I noticed a difference. And so, of course, I shared it instantly with family and friends. I was so excited. To me, it was a miracle in a bottle. And when I was starting to share it is when people were excited for me and with me. And I started signing people. So that was about a month from the day I ordered.
Wow. Silke, let me ask you a question if I could. 2 quick ones. Would you have told anyone about it if you bought CBD oil from CTFO and it didn't work? Even if you could make a fortune and it didn't work for you, would you have been compelled to tell anybody?
No. I wouldn't have.
Yeah. And your passion was born out of that. Well, I've lost track of what my other question was. I better take that CBD to kind of strengthen my memory. Barb, I'll jump back over to you. Can you tell us real briefly, in your family, there were some experiences, I'm thinking most especially about your hubs. What has CBD done for your husband that even his own physicians are really dumbfounded with?
Yeah, Rocky's got stage 5 kidney disease. He just got diagnosed in May, and he's had it for quite a few years, but it was never ever told that he had it. So it was just mind-blowing to us. And instantly when he got diagnosed in May, they told him right then and there he was done work. He will never work again in his life. And we weren't ready or prepared for any of that. We were so just distraught about it. But we started going to the Kidney Foundation, and one of the steps at the Kidney Foundation was Rocky had to bring all of his medications and put them on the table that he took. Rocky never ever has taken medication in his life, just vitamins. So he had all these bottles of vitamins and the CBD oil, and that he's been taking since I joined in February. So the doctors took away every vitamin off that table and left that oil. We were so thankful because we thought, oh, he's not going to be able to even take the oil. So he's been on the oil since February. And now the doctors are getting really in awe over this oil because all his symptoms he has no symptoms whatsoever. And so they don't know what to do with him. And they tell him that we don't know what to do with you because he's at 7% and you should be at 60%. For full function kidneys, and his kidneys go from 7% to 9% back and forth all the time. They believed within 2 or 3 months he would be on dialysis. We had to go to all the surgeons and everything for them to hook all the machines up. They showed us the machines and what he'd have to go through, but they don't want to put him on dialysis unless they absolutely have to, because your whole life is going to change when you're on that. So we go every week. He goes to the doctor, to the Kidney Foundation, and every week we go there. They just keep telling him, we don't know what to do with you. We've never had this happen before. We don't know what to do. So the last 2 times I've went to my doctor because he is so in awe about what's going on and the Kidney Foundation can't figure it out. He says to me, I really want to get into this business that you're doing, and I want to get all my patients on this oil. This stuff is amazing. I don't know what this stuff is doing for everybody, but this is really amazing what's going on here and what's going on with Rocky.
That's
so
great.
I'm just waiting to get him joined up.
That's great. And we've got to get that CBD back into your country, and then you can onboard him and you can help him introduce this to his patients. And certainly I know for all of us, the most important stories that we know of in this company are our own personal stories, and that's where it has to begin. And Silke, I thought of my question to you. My question to you, I think you'll share this with me when I say, when CBD worked for you, you would have shared it with people whether or not you made money here. Am I correct on that one?
Oh, for sure. I
Yeah.
never had no intention of making money. I
Yeah.
didn't really know, Janet, what I joined. I just
That's so
thought,
funny. That's
I'm
so great. But in your heart, you knew you were onto something, and of course,
yes,
you share it with
of
people. That
course.
is just wonderful, ladies. If we pivot to the business side of of what we offer here at CTFO, tell us about your success marketing our CBD products to your fellow Canadians before we temporarily went into a stall and you weren't able to take CBD products out to associates and customers. What was happening in your world when you were taking CBD out to Canadians?
For me, I was taking it out all on the Facebook, on the buy and sell groups and stuff. Today, now it's I get more referrals and more people that have been following me for the last year that are coming to me and waiting to join. I can't really say my business has stopped just because the oil has stopped. Actually, my business still feels to me like it's going on all the time, because I just had 3 women that joined here probably within the last couple of weeks, that have just been following me, and they got into it for the business part. They realize the oil's not here, and they're going to be ready for when it does come. So they're doing all the trainings and stuff on our website. And yeah, lots of referrals and lots of people that I don't have a clue who they are or where they're coming from, but they're starting to come to me now. So
And I experienced the same, Barb. I have to agree. When I first started, I used Facebook. I joined many buy and sells. And then I also did home presentations, Janet. So I would get a few people together, whether it was in my home or actually I started with family. I had home presentations for families that were interested. And then I also, at Christmas time, did Christmas markets. So all of December, every weekend, 2 of my team members and teammates and myself did a market every weekend. And so and I talk about it every day. I talk about it to everybody that I meet. And again, I put it on my timeline and people now approach me. I get lots of messages through Messenger from strangers, from friends I haven't heard about in many years, from co-workers that I used to work with. So yes, that's how. I don't use Facebook buy and sells as much anymore as I used to.
It's become quite a challenge, right? It used to be a little bit smoother water for you guys. You know, in our conversation, ladies, I was in awe when you were telling me about the kind of explosive growth that happened in Canada right off the bat. And it was interesting to me when I think it was you, Barb, who shared how sizable an average order was. And I do remember it being touted that you had one of the highest ordering rates per onboarded associates of anyone in the company. And tell our viewers what an average order was like for Canadians. We know not everybody orders, albeit, but $47.47 is the qualifying order each month to be qualified for all ranks and commissions here. The average in the company, I think, is $127 per ordering associate. Tell them what you found your associates in Canada were ordering.
Oh, Canada are big buyers in everything, I believe, that they purchase. It is nothing for Canadians to buy 500. I've had $1,500, $1,800 orders. I've got amazing leaders in our team, and a lot of it, they say, comes from the leader and falls through example and stuff. And I've got great leaders that really do go by example. I mean, I've got another friend, Sandra, that's one of my leaders, and she's just great. And she leads by really good example, and her team really does amazing. She's a real go-getter and hardworking woman. And it's just exciting to work with leaders like that are so committed.
And Canadians are willing to spend money for high quality products. Am I
They
correct?
do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Really, they have very open pockets. I've experienced that before, and I was reminded of that when you and I were talking the other night. What do you see, Silka, happening in a few weeks when we're expected to be able to resume shipping high quality CBD products into your country again? What do you see happening on the big scheme of things?
I believe that business will be phenomenal. Once the CBD oil is here in Canada and to stay in Canada, I believe that everybody who is now an associate and active will have an absolutely phenomenal business.
Yeah, I agree. I so
Yes,
agree. I think you guys will
absolutely.
just steal it. I think you'll steal it up there. Speaking of the high quality CBD, Silka, I know you've spent some time actually examining and kind of better understanding our CBD. So tell us the difference between the CBD that's distributed by Canadian dispensaries to your countrymen compared to the CBD from CTFO, if you would.
So when they stopped shipping CBD oil, when CTFO stopped shipping CBD oil last summer, the first time, I decided that I would go to my doctor and get a prescription and become a medicinal user. So you have to be registered because cannabis at that time was not legal in Canada. So when I went to see a cannabis doctor, he prescribed CBD, and I had specifically asked for only traces of THC because I've never experienced a high of THC, and I wasn't about to start at my age. And so,
Maybe we're missing the boat, Silka. Some would say
maybe we are. That's what many people say. But anyway, so he gave me a prescription of 2 separate oils, one for daytime, one for nighttime. I did not take the nighttime one because it had 27% of THC. So I decided that I would try the daytime one. And so I ordered it from a dispensary out of Ontario. That's the dispensary I was registered with. And when the oil came, of course, right away, I started taking it. But when I first opened the bottle, I was very surprised of the color. The color did not match our color. And when you think hemp and CBD, you think green, dark yellow, like our color was.
Right.
But this was a very faint yellow. So I was surprised and I kind of went, So anyway, I took the oil just like I took our CTFO CBD oil. And within a few days, there was no notice of anything, Janet. The pain was still there. It wasn't taking the pain away. So when I took a look at it, I said, why is this not working? I actually thought, I can check this out in the back office. So I checked the lab tests of the CBD, and I was taking 1,500 milligram of CBD from CTFO. And so I looked at this bottle, and what I found out, that this bottle only actually had less than 400 milligram of CBD. And so I paid over $80 plus shipping, Canadian dollars plus shipping, for something that had less than 400 milligrams of CBD. So I was very disappointed. I actually could not believe it. And it wasn't working at all. So I quit actually taking it. It never did make no difference. So at that time, I knew that this wasn't the same CBD that I was used to. Another time I went through a friend who actually owns a health food store, and she has CBD oil on the shelf. So I asked her, I said, can we open one? I'd like to see the difference. And when we actually opened it, I never did tell you that the last time I spoke with you, the bottle, the content of the bottle, Janet, was clear. It was like water. How can anything natural look like water? To me, I couldn't believe it. So to me, that CBD was not CBD. And like I said, I've tried numerous kinds of CBD, and it never worked for me until the borders opened again back in October, and we all did the happy dance, and I ordered my oil and I received it and I started taking it, and the pain was gone again.
Yeah, we'll
And
get you there again, Silka. It was interesting for me to hear that really countrywide you couldn't find a product that compared to ours. As sad as I am for you, I'm completely tripping about the possibilities when we get back in to Canada. Barb, let's loop you back in and talk about marketing strategies. So we know that you used to be super aggressive on Facebook, and your whole team was on Facebook, and you guys messaged and co-developed your team, largely messaging through Facebook, but you're pivoting a little for the same reason that other top producers are here, because it's not as easy as it used to be on the playing field of Facebook. So can you tell us very briefly what you're looking to do to change up your marketing model a little in 2019?
I am definitely going to be hitting the ground running, because it's time to get off of the Facebook and get out my door, and I'll be hitting the floor running and meeting with the general public on whatever extent I need to do it. I'm also going to do what Silka does. I'm going to do home shows and stuff, probably from the area that I moved from. I'll go back there and touch base with all my friends and family and stuff that I have there, and I'm going to start doing home shows, and I'm just it's time to hit the ground and start meeting and talking with people. Things are magnified and unbelievable when you're face to face with people. So many people don't understand or don't know, and when they hear about it, they just want it. They want to try it. So yeah, I'm going to be really focusing 2019 on my feet, and I am not going to stop.
I know we talked about last night when we talked about the fun and efficiency of doing in-home parties. We talked about Patricia Rodriguez's in-home party, a how-to in-home party video that we now have posted up there. And I would recommend that to anyone who wants to consider doing this. And we need to move on, but I'd like to make the point that if our industry is about building relationships, sometimes I think we rely too much on social media to automate our business. And when things don't go so good, like you guys have experienced it, this temporary takeaway in Canada, I keep saying that because we're just around the corner from getting your breakthrough again. It's the relationships that carry each other through this thing. It's picking up the phone, it's doing Zoom meetings, it's getting up close and personal, getting into people's worlds and helping lock arms to making it through some of these trials. So it's been a privilege to be working with you guys through this time. Let's talk about introducing our products and money-making opportunity to friends and family and coworkers. Silka, this one's for you. I have some associates on my team that will not talk to people in their direct center of influence, especially family members. And you said right out of the gate, that's who you went and talked to. Why?
Oh my God, Janet, I was so excited. I couldn't believe it. I had to share it with someone. And I told everyone in my family and all my friends, because I did have a story. And my family and friends actually suffered with me throughout the last 3 years of looking at me with all the pain. And when I experienced being pain-free, taking the CTFO CBD oil, I couldn't wait to tell people. And because you can trust family and family trusts you. So your family and friends trust your judgment. So when they believed in me, my family believed in me, and many of my family, even my 2 children joined CTFO, and one of them is an executive manager and the other one is senior level manager. And that was the first people that I told, because I knew they would believe me.
Which one of you, or do both of you ladies, talk to strangers when you're out and about? Because I know that everywhere I go, I look for an opportunity to connect with people, and not necessarily an opportunity to monetize that exchange, but just to get to know people and to see who God has put in my path. Do you ladies, when you're out and about, talk to people about CBD oil or this opportunity that lets you stay from home and work on your own terms, or do you just mostly rely on social media and organized in-home parties and the likes?
I
If
talk
the
about it every
opportunity arises, I will talk to people, strangers. I've talked to many co-workers that I actually do not know. There's 1,000 employees at the government of Alberta where I work, so I don't know everybody. But when the opportunity arises, even though I don't know them, I will for sure share my experience with CBD.
And are you afraid that they're going to reject you, Silka?
No, not at all.
That's great. Barb,
Absolutely not.
I'm not sure if that applies to you because you've become kind of a homebody in your healing process. So you don't go out much and in exchange, engage people, do you?
No, but when I do, like today I went and had my nails and stuff done at my daughter's hairdressing school. That's
Mhm.
all I'll talk about while I'm there, is
Yes,
what I
you do.
do, and the girls should look into it and how great it is, and that we're coming back. So if I'm in any situation like that, I cannot keep my mouth shut. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I cannot. Even at the grocery store, I'll even tell the teller. I've got a man teller that I go to all the time, and I tell him, you don't need to be doing this, teller. You need to talk to me and hook up with me. I've got something really great to show you. And he just laughs at me every time that I go in there. But I know he's gonna approach me and show
Oh,
me.
for sure.
Yes.
You can't tell him that you want to hook up with him and show him something, Barb. I'd get in big trouble if Chip heard me say that. All right, I've got time for one last question. We're actually over, but I'm just enjoying being with you ladies tonight. My last question for you is, have either one of you tried approaching small businesses or medical professionals or organizations where you're actually targeting influencers rather than just individuals? I'll let you both take a swing at that.
Actually, I've joined a lady that owns a health food store, and I have 2 nurses on my team. But I know Barb does for sure.
That's great. Barb, how about you? Any small businesses, medical professionals? I know you have a community of people. I don't know if you want to tell us who it is that's just chomping at the bit for when we get CBD back, but you've actually taken your game up a little bit and gone out to influencers recently, haven't you?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, I'm looking for the bigger fish in the pond for sure. And well, my doctor, and I just come right out and ask them. I don't hold nothing back. I just come right out and ask them. And I know a lot of my leaders, they've got, health food stores that are involved. And I do have a big thing that's up and coming, but I'm just not 100% sure I want to share it right now till I know I've got it.
I get it. Well, we'll bring you back and then we'll give you some bragging rights. How's that?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, ladies. Well, we've run out of time. I could talk to you girls for the rest of the night, but I sure want to thank you, Barb and Silka, for sharing your experience and strategies with all of us. And what you've done and what you're doing now may help shortcut the learning curve for other associates on our team who are watching tonight, so that they too can create the same kind of telltale results that you ladies have. And I promise you, we'll have you back, and we look forward to hearing about what you're able to do when CTFO CBD becomes available again throughout Canada. So thank you for your commitment of time and sharing your best stuff with us here.
Thank you for having us.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
We hope that everyone in this meeting will see, just like Barb and Silka, you too can achieve great things at CTFO and live the life that many people only dream about. I'm going to show you all how you can do that now by giving you a general overview of this turnkey business opportunity, so you can see how time freedom and financial freedom may be just one decision away. Most people who are looking at this business opportunity want to know 3 things. 1, they want to know about the products and what the products can do for people. 2, they want to know about the company that's behind those products and make sure they're not falling for some scam by a fly-by-night opportunity or outfit. And 3, Once they understand the value of the products and are convinced the company's sound and stable, they want to know how they could make money with it. So I'll provide you answers to each one of these questions for our guests here tonight and give you supporting resources so you don't have to take my word for it. Let's start with the products. You're probably starting to see CBD products sold and advertised even more than ever lately, as millions of people are discovering the benefits of nature's miracle, just like Barb and her family and Silka, and lots of companies are scrambling to cash in on the trend. And this is where we're way ahead of everyone else with some clear competitive advantages that only we can offer. We've got 70 of the highest quality products that are priced right and backed by an empty bottle money-back guarantee. Full details about all of those, including our game-changing and patented 10x Pure CBD oils, are all featured and explained on our website and are now backed up with some test results confirming the superior bioavailability of our 10x Pure CBD oils. Other nearly as exciting products in our lineup include full spectrum, whole plant and isolate CBD oils in various potencies, topical lotions, gummies, sprays, a hair restoration system, a complete skincare line, pet products, and even weight loss products. Basically everything you and your customers need to feel, think, and look your best. If you want to learn more about why our products are superior to everything else on the market today, I'd encourage you to watch our must-see training with Dr. Robin Sika, who gave an in-depth explanation about the transformational benefits of CBD and what puts CTFO's 10x Pure CBD oil in a class of its own, in addition to the superior bioavailability. It's also rich in CBDA, which has some unique health benefits that our competitors' oils lose when they're exposed to heat. So now let's cover the second question, and I'll tell you a little bit about this company. First, we're a network marketing program. So you get all the benefits that go along with this type of business model. Work from home or wherever you want. Work whenever you want in a way that feels right to you. And work with the people you enjoy working with. This business is set up for you to be able to earn an unlimited residual income that keeps paying you even after you stop working. We're a solid company that redirected our product focus on CBD in January of 2018 to capitalize on what our owners knew would be the hottest product and health trend in the world, perhaps ever. And they were right. Today, we're a debt-free company selling $2 million a month in products, and we're just getting started. Our company owners are experienced in the field with an enviable track record of success and impeccable reputations. They've recently brought a well-known marketing expert and strategy consultant here as well, who's helping position CTFO as the breakout industry leader in the exploding market for CBD-based products. For a complete and detailed overview of the total business opportunity we offer, that includes some simple steps that everyone can follow to start quickly earning money and advancing in rank, I strongly suggest you replay the Zoom webinar on the YouTube channel from Executive Vice President Klaus Urbanek. That's a great starter video for anyone looking for a fact-based overview with some in-depth detail on this timely opportunity. So let's say you see the advantages of our CBD products and you realize that CTFO is a solid and leading company in that market. So you'd like to become your own boss and start helping people discover the benefits of our unique product line. But what about the money? Well, when you join the program, you get your own website for free. And when you direct people to your website to try our products, you get paid through our totally unique pay plan that's designed to give everyone the chance to make money here. It's really as simple as that, and many associates earn a check their very first week in business with us. This company has a hybrid compensation plan that's honest and fair and can work for everyone. For now, I'll just mention a few important points about that and then direct you to where you can get more details. First, our model has no legs to balance, no increasing personal volume requirements, no barriers to entry. Everyone can afford free, and we don't even require social security numbers or credit card information. There's no front loading of inventory, no forced auto ship, a $47.47 product purchase qualifies you for your check each month, all the way to the top of the pay plan. You can make money here and never spend a penny. We pay weekly, and you get paid 4 different ways. To learn more about the 4 ways you can get paid, I would encourage you to watch our Show Me the Money webinar, where Joe Malooly gives a detailed breakdown of how our generous pay plan works. Just search for that title on our Team Genesis YouTube channel if you want to fully understand how our unique compensation plan gives everyone the chance to earn some extra cash or an unlimited residual income. So by now it should be clear that we've got a super hot product line, a successful company behind it, and the very best hybrid compensation plan in the industry. Can you see any reason not to say yes to all of that? Every day we see people's lives being positively impacted here, physically, emotionally, and financially as a result of using our CBD products and capitalizing on our rich, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So here's my final message to our guests tonight. Please get back to the person who invited you on this webinar and say yes to this no risk, no cost opportunity. There's really nothing to lose and everything to gain. You just enroll for free, order your first product on AutoShip, and then share the benefits we guarantee you'll experience with people you know and people that need to know you. It's so fun and rewarding to help people make more money and feel better. Millions of people are benefiting from CBD today, and hundreds of thousands of CTFO associates are earning money with this free, ready-made business opportunity. Now is the time. CTFO is the program, and we are the team of leaders who will help you across the finish line. 2 final announcements. We will not be having our regularly scheduled training this Saturday. We encourage you to attend CTFO's first corporate training broadcast through live video streaming on a link found in your back office under the training section. The training will begin at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Finally, we'd sure love the opportunity to meet you at our first Success Saturday on March 23rd with co-founder Michael Kahn and 7 top trainers in beautiful Tempe, Arizona. For those of you who plan on attending, you'll be happy to know we added product expert Dr. Robin Sika and pay plan expert Joe Malooly to our speaker lineup for the day. Exciting details, including an Eventbrite link to purchase your $10 seat, can be found at the bottom of your weekly emails. Seating's limited, so buy yours tonight and purchase some for your friends, family, team members, and future team members too. Thank you so much for being with us. Good night to all, and may God bless you.